Sheen is now on OnlyFans. You can see her.
Have you checked it out?
So good. I have not, I was thinking about that. I'm like, God, there's so many people because, obviously I love TLC shows and there's many people, Darcy and Stacey are very famous in the TLC world. They've joined OnlyFans. I keep thinking I've got to join because I really want to see these people's accounts. But then, I'm like, I have really no desire to look
at. Well, you could just go and pay for that account.
Yes. Yeah. You can
and then cancel and you'll have it for a month. Trust me, I know how to do the OnlyFans over here. So if you want to peek, well, there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I try to mind my own business, but OnlyFans sucks you in. I'm not on OnlyFans as much as some, but I do have to admit every now and then it sucks you in. And my advice is get sucked in and then cancel and then cancel.
It's the deal.
Who's calling me from 631? Okay, go on.
You need to answer. Is this
Let me
Luann?
see who this is. Hold on. David speaking. Hey, wait, I'm going to call you back as soon as I get off the air. Okay, pick up in 5 minutes. Bye.
We're not going to be done in 5 minutes.
First of all, you just tell them. I'm not even editing this out because I'm too lazy today. So everyone, listen, if anyone ever calls me in here, you just say 5 minutes to if it was Luann, I would have gone. But I'm like, who the hell is this 631? Let's just make sure the phone is hung up. No, you just say 5 minutes and then 5 minutes for 5 hours. It's all the same thing. Okay. Anyway.
Look, the best part about this whole controversy is obviously Denise and Charlie are not on the same page. Charlie Sheen. Sammy moved back in with her mom after about a year ago. We know they were in a bad place and Sammy had moved in with Charlie. Charlie basically came out and said, look, if Sammy were still living with me, I would never allow this. I think it's disgusting. Of course, it's Charlie Sheen saying this, so that's rich. But at the same time, poor Charlie, not poor Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen is a mess. But anyway, Charlie Sheen has spent his entire life with sex workers and, is himself, because of all the sex and promiscuity. He's HIV positive. And, Charlie is like the last person I would think going, oh, don't join OnlyFans. But Charlie probably knows the dark side of it. So
I think he knows the dark side. Listen, I had Larsa on my show. Again, I just take I say cynical. I just think it's a realist approach to life. I don't care if you're on OnlyFans and your goal is to show your feet and your legs and everything else with the tightest clothes possible. And you want to keep all those clothes on. If someone slips into those messages and is like, well, I understand your OnlyFans. I have become obsessed with your OnlyFans as opposed to all the others. And here is my dollar offer for you to take everything off for me. I don't think someone's going to say no. I think everyone has a price. $100, $1,000, $1 million, 10 million. I think so. I just personally don't think there's any real pure side at the end of the day to OnlyFans. I feel you might want it to be pure, but I feel money talks and everyone has a price. I do. This is the sick way I see the world, guys. This is why I'm going to die alone. This is why right here.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think Denise came out yesterday with this long post about how a lot of people are shaming her as a mother and she stands by Sammy and she wishes she had Sammy's confidence when Sammy was 18. And, Denise and Charlie are not on the same page and she wishes that Charlie was more supportive. Look, I don't, whatever people want to do, I don't judge. I think when you're 18, I always feel like I wish people would wait till 25 to make those decisions, because I do think when you're 18, you're not thinking long-term, about what you might want to do. And, you and I have both had many different careers, what you want to be when you're 18 and then what you want to be when you're 30 or what you end up doing are usually totally different things. And so that's all. But she is a Hollywood, she's a Hollywood starlet. Her parents are Hollywood royalty. It probably won't impact her that much, but I think, and to Denise's point, what's Denise going to do? She is 18. If she wants to launch it, she can launch it.
She can launch it. I'm just shocked that the way that these these listeners are very smart. The way that they take that Ramona Singa and they blow it up and they see the code and they enter Trey's website and they find out the guest list. I'm shocked no one has like started the memes of like, is this the same woman, Denise Richards, who basically was appalled at the children's birthday party and said like, please, we're at a children's, my children are here. Please keep your mouths just quiet when they were talking about her and Brandy Glanville fucking. I mean, this is the same woman that was so appalled is now saying like, power to my children to do whatever. I'm not coming for Denise. I'm just shocked the way that these Bravo fans are, where the memes and the blogs. Come on, guys, get on it.
I would say, don't you think, at the time, Sammy and her sister or whatever were like, weren't they like 14 and 12 or something? I do feel like Denise was right. Like, they don't want to be hearing about their mom allegedly having a threesome. That's a little much. Now she's 18, she's getting older. Anyway, it's crazy, like how people are, the hate and like the amount of time people have to like go on and troll Denise Richards about her parenting. It's like, okay, it's not your daughter. If you don't want your daughter on OnlyFans, then steer her in a different direction. I don't know why people are so.
Is Denise sorry that out of her whole career and marrying Charlie Sheen, is she sorry she popped onto Beverly Hills Housewives for 2 seasons?
Probably. Yes, Denise seems sorry, don't you think? Denise seems like she regrets it.
David Yontef behind the Velvet Rope and the Sarah Fraser show and everyone listening wouldn't give a fuck about Denise Richards more than they give a fuck about her co-star Nev Campbell in Wild Things, even though Nev Campbell is everything if she wasn't on RHOBH. So, here she is. She's got a whole new group of people that want to analyze everything she does now.
I know. It's crazy.
Well, there's a lot of drama between the New York girls, and Dorinda has basically slammed Vicki into the wall. Miss Vicki Gunvalson. RHUGT 2 is coming. Sarah, we're gonna have to watch it. We're gonna have to recap it and talk about it. Vicki in an interview in preparation for that said, like Dorinda's house is old and it's in the middle of nowhere. And well, if anyone knows Dorinda, you don't go after Bluestone Manor. And Dorinda.
Dorinda, she is, oh my God, she is so protective of Bluestone.
I am sorry. Like, I just had Countess Luann on my show and I said, like, I'm sorry, we just do it a little different here in New York. Like, Vicki, baby, OG with your orange. Do you think just because you could handle Tamra, you can't handle Dorinda?
Oh, Dorinda scares me.
She scares me. Dorinda even said, you want to play mean? I'll play mean. She's like, at least I don't, date people that are like, faking cancer. And then she referred to Steve, guys that leave me for someone half their age and ends up married.